I don't know, do more challenge. It's actually, it's not from me. I wish I found that idea, but it's an important idea that spurs me at the moment, had spurred me to a particular project I did. So do more challenge, what it is something Chinua Achebe told me the one and only time I met him, because they invited my movie to Brown University, to screen, for Chinua Achebe Festival. So I met him. I don't know if it's Chinua Achebe, but he organized it, So anyway, I was in Rhode Island in Brown University, and I was showing the film. And at the end of the film, he congratulated me, and he shook my hands, and he says, "You should do more." And I was like, I don't really make entertainment films that you can do a lot quickly like that. It takes time, and to raise money for the kind of films I make is crazy. So he says you have to do more. So that was something that really struck me, and it was also around do more about Ali Igbo, because I think he knows all this I'm doing all over the world and all this stuff. So it's like I have to do more Ali Igbo. And I think he understood also that film, Relentless, my first movie, was actually a lot about Biafran War, the after effects, which is something I deal with in my creative works. One of the things I did was I went to Enugu and I started a workshop for arts, which I brought my creative friends from abroad, from Japan, from Europe, and we did a very good curator, may she rest in peace, BC. BC was a curator, art curator, and she had this place in Lagos. It was one of the best contemporary creative places in Lagos. So BC Silva, her and Okuye Nwazu were the two, foremost African art curators, and they died the same year, I think. So it's horrible. We had a big loss. So anyway, I had a meeting with BC in a gallery in Paris, I remember, and I told her I wanted to do stuff, in the arts, because of the do more challenge that Chinua Achebe gave me. So, but I said I want to do something in Igbo land. So she said, "Oh, there's Enugu. There's something called Life in My City that you should go there. That they're very good." And I said, I don't want people. I don't want to create anything new. I want to go what exists and make it better. And add my own thing. And then I have Clam, my organization, my magazine, and the exhibitions I do. So I said, how Clam can contribute to that, in a way that I can be also very independent, and because I have to be very independent in what I do, and I can do it in a way. So I went to Enugu, I contacted them. She gave me the contacts of the people, and they were very welcoming. So I could do. I think for 2-3 years I went there, and I did a workshop. I did, I brought friends, and while we were there, I met all these young people, who we kind of mentored, showed them, and most of them now are artists in their rise, and doing well, and I follow them all the time. So I have this kind of connection to the young artist community in Enugu, and that was probably do more challenge. And then while I was in Enugu, I felt that we're not talking about Nka, the arts in Igbo, and it was something that is very important for me, arts. So I had this idea to do a TV show about arts in Igbo land, in my own way too. So I sold the idea to DSTV. God bless her, Wangi Mbauzu, who became somebody important in this Do More challenge. We never talked about it. I think I met her only 3 times in my life. I met her again. I proposed her because they had this Igbo channel, and they wanted good content. They didn't just want kind of content that they want to have good things in it. So, and I proposed her this art project, and she says, yeah. So we went to Oka, we went to Onisha, we went to Enugu, we went to Nsukka, and I think I'll buy a bit, you know. And I filmed artists. I went to University of Nigeria and Nsukka. I filmed professors, I filmed the students, I filmed their artworks, and it's all in Igbo, you know. It was all in Igbo language. So that was also part of the Do More challenge. So from showing that movie at Achebe for what it said, I went home, I did that workshop, and then I went, as you know, I had to put it more, you know. So I went to, like, you know, so it was talking to people in the streets. I remember this carver who was very, very interesting. I met him, and he's actually from, I think it was from Mbise or somewhere like that. And he has a store in Oka, and he was doing all these carvings, you know, like, you know, street art, you know, like. And then I went to the only gallery at that time. You know, it's called somebody, this big guy, it's called Giant, you know. And so basically, yeah, also I tuned into all the young people, you know, who are in the schools, university. I say, who is doing art, you know? So they say, oh, this people. So I think somebody I interviewed won the Nigerian Art Prize later. I went to his little studio in Oka, you know, so people like that. So it was all in Igbo, and there was TV show about them, you know. And, you know, like the way we do Clam, this, you know, you say yourself what you're doing, and then it was almost like a video version of Clam magazine in Igbo, so which is really crazy to explain. That's why I love Wangi, because I could talk to her for 3 minutes and she understands what I want to do. you know, and I think I must be causing so much problem to her, because, you know, it's not somebody I meet or something, you know, but it's somebody that, you know, it's somebody where I remember when I'm old, and it's somebody that's been important for you know, this Do More challenge, you know, that without even me or her knowing it, you know, she's been a very important person in that journey. So after I was making this film, after I was making this TV show, which was like, I think it was about 12 episodes of 23 minutes. So it's a lot of work, you know, it's a lot of things. And that was the second part of Do More challenge. So while I was doing that, of course, you know, the idea of doing a movie, because it was my next movie is going to be. So because after Relentless, people just gave me so much films to do, like that looked like Relentless, you know. And I always try to make films that's about something I care about, you know, like it's not really about me, you know, but something that, you know, like I make movies when it's ready, when I want to make movies, you know, because I do other stuff, but now I do a lot of movies. It takes so much time to do movies. So, but I need to do movies that I care about, so that also with people that I care about, and that I can do the way I want, you know. So it's very hard to find that combination, because it costs so much money to do movies. It costs so much time, and I have to do movies like an artist, which is not very good for the cinema, because that movie is like, you know, you have to do this, but yeah. So it's interesting, and it's hard, but it's also beautiful. So while I was doing that, so the third part of the Do More challenge is to make this movie in Igbo, make an Igbo movie about the Biafran War, which is very important, you know, around, you know, who we are, the Igbos are, but not make it about what people expect. So the title is 20-Pound Dream. So it's, you know, it's like, but it's about young people, it's about families, it's about silence, what we don't say about, and it's about the unbelievable expectation of families in Igbo land for their children, which is also part of the silence. So they, you know, everybody has to, you know, make do. So, and then also the failure of the generation to connect to that ambition of the parents. And then also the whole thing around, it's very feminist film too, in a way, I think, from a masculine point of view. You know, it's about Igbo women, but I want to make a story about a strong Igbo woman, but not a nice woman, somebody who's a criminal, you know. So you don't have that kind of, you know, oh, that all, you know, good like that, you know. So it was just something I wanted to just throw a bit of, you know, it's like, you know, iti ajala gari, you know, so you have to sort it out, you know. So if you really want to eat the gari well, you know, that's my view. It's like, I took the gari and I put some sand in it. So if you want to eat it, each area, you have to really be careful, you know. So it's not something you go like, you know, so 10 pounds is something you just run like it, you know. It's not, it might entertain people, but I don't really think it's, you know, when I'm doing it, I'm not interested in entertaining anybody. I'm just interested to see if we can get the emotion of being an Igbo guy in 2021, and a young man and an Igbo family, and how they do and how they live. And of course, it's entertaining. I think my producers will hate accuse I don't want to entertain people, but yeah, but that's the truth. My truth is, when I'm trying to make a project, a film, I'm not saying I'm going to entertain people. I'm just I want to put a light into a place where people don't go. So I think the psyche of an Igbo man is a place we never put any light into, and that's something I'm working on. I want the film to look like reading a book, like a reading a Achebe book, which is on our Igbo history, but it's full of idioms, so you don't understand it really. So it was a whole challenge. So and then I want to talk about Nigeria today, also. So it wasn't something like it's an old story. It was not about today, but with all those elements of all the things we hide behind emotionally, trauma or whatever, things like that. So, and our psyche too, how we function. So it was about that too, So that's how this Do More challenge has kind of enveloped my life, from this old man I met only once in my life. But of course, I know so much about him from a young man reading about him. And yeah, so that is how we got to where we are now. I feel like, yeah, that Do More challenge is for all of us, creative people. I mean, that's my own field, and also people who are doing developmental things, or people who are being an Igbo person, is to do more. Is to do more about our psyche, about our family. So it's a whole different way of that. So anyway, my own take on that was for me, because I do all these things all over the place, and I needed to do something. So I think his Do More was to do something home too, I mean, that's how I took it, and that has been the challenge. Do something in Igbo, whatever it is, do something in Igbo. And I feel like, I've not been to Enugu for a long time, but because of that Do More thing, I'm so connected to people there. And so you have a whole lot of relationship with people that when you come, they will say, and also what is good, that they don't look at me as a businessman, they look at me as as an artist, and so that challenge has helped me reconnect to myself, creatively who I am, because so that when I do other things, I do, in the world, then I've done also in my place. I think maybe that was a challenge, So if you link it to the business thing they're talking around Igbo land, which is the Akuluolo, so it's also part of that. And I think maybe, so I've been thinking a lot about that. So, but I feel like that challenge, the Do More, that Achebe asked me, he was, I don't know, you met him, I don't know, he was like, I never met him before, but it was so like direct, so piercing. It was like, almost like an instruction, you have to do more, I feel like it's something that has guided me, not only to use my people, which is like, the aesthetics from them to sell it to the world, which is a good thing, because, we like that. Nigerians like to start to challenge the world, we like that, but we've not actually done our place well, which is actually we should do our place well first before we start challenging the world. But we like to challenge the world, we like success stories. But I think the failures are actually more interesting, because if you fix the failures, then we can be able to fix a lot, But so I feel like a lot of things around that thing, the Do More challenge. And I think like my talk will be for people to really do more, or take the, pass that Achebe challenge forward, Not that I've finished doing mine, but I don't know if I'll ever finish doing it. But maybe after this movie, maybe I'll do another one or not, but maybe at least I feel like I've respected this man who is so important. And I feel like I have that kind of relation to this Igbo man, because that's who I am. I'm an Igbo man, and that's how I describe myself. I'm an Igbo man. So, and that's the most important thing about me, I think. For me, the Do More challenge could be also his version of Akuluolo, because people read about me. I mean, they invited me, so I'm sure Mr. Tio and other people working with him would have told him who I am. So maybe, and he liked the movie, he liked the complexity of the movie. I think the Do More challenge that Achebe told me when I met him can be the equivalent, its own equivalent of Akuluolo. It's not just like to say, it's not just building a big house or doing, starting a business. It can just be inspiring people and getting people to develop the human capital, their potential, and also showing them more and showing them what can be done, but practically. Akuluolo and Do More challenge are kind of linked, I think, and Akuluolo is in different ways, So for me, everyone is good. The most important thing is to improve ourselves, locally, and I think, but I think the thinking also is very important, to improve the thinking, the process of thinking, actually, how do we come out with the ideas we have? How do we do things? And, I'll give you an example, because Ella Nasri, the big artist who's from Ghana, actually lives in Nsukka. You see his influence on the art space of Enugu and Nsukka. I see all these young people are doing now recycled art. I mean, they will never be as good as him, but he's created something around that, you know, that if the Enugu people are serious, it could be kind of center of recycled arts, people can be like, they should be known for that, the way you go to Greece or you go to Portugal, they do tiles, so, but we never like to do that. We just, we don't have that kind of critical thinking around stuff, One of the persons I brought to do workshop was somebody who built systems for galleries. It's not an artist, somebody who actually go to spaces in France and things and make them into art galleries, art spaces. So the workshop, I invited the university guys to see, so you can think, so its process are very important. And I think people, we don't really look at the process. So, and I think the Do More Challenge and Akurolo can be actually about developing processes. And I think if you get to a certain age, it's not really important the world, It's important the people you have. So if you have developed young people, creatively, mindedly, business-wise, whatever, and then, you have so much energy, Like I said, when I get into Enugu, I don't have to do anything, I'll just see what I can know, what is creatively happening, because I know all these young people who have been to, to Climax, contributing to the workshops, Because of that Do More Challenge, you start getting in contact with other people. Like I met Didi Winelli, and then I was there. I remember Center of Memories, which is just growing now. I remember going with her in her car with her father and her mother, and we're going to go to the space. She was trying to show me where it's going to be. And I remember sending her designs for, containers from, all over the world, how they can use containers as space, we don't have to build things. So, and that's the thing. If I didn't go to that, if I didn't for that Do More Challenge, we can't get into the contact with other people, and it's also working with Anambra farmers, going to shoot on the farm in Anambra, which is like I wouldn't have done it. So it's just like there's a whole different how do you say approach to. So the Akurolo can be in so much different places, but for me, the Do More Challenge is actually Akurolo in a different way. I don't know if I've how do you say the challenge, if I've if I've succeeded, if I've done mine, but I've done a bit. So now I have to pass it on to other people so they can, do more too. When I first got to Enugu, I showed them where I'm from. It starts with I wish I can find maybe the PDF. I showed them how I'm from and where I got to. And I showed them how it was linked, because that I would not have done anything I'm doing now if I was not from Umuahia, if I'm not from that village, if I was not an Okoroafor, if I was not an Okoroafor. Clam also is like everything I do. It started in the balcony of my parents. It's like my journey, I met the whole company, the whole design of the logo was in Umuahia. So that's why Clam is always written, everything I do is made in Umuahia, which is true. It's made in there. I think that's what I'm doing now that I did from here. I was so focused on what I wanted to do, and then I made the plan. So I went home and I did the Clam, and it's also based on magazines and my mother was reading, and things like that. So Clam is so local, and our stuff is called local everywhere, So the design for Clam was done in Umuahia, in my village, It didn't, it wasn't done in Paris, even though it was living in Paris, but I went home and did it, So that's why it's a very strong thing, that the logo like that it's maize, it's corn, it's progress. It grows up and it goes in different directions, And it's how I see myself and my work. It's modest, it's fragile, but it grows up and it goes in different directions. And and so Clam is like I don't know how I can describe it. It's something that I planned from my village, and it's around creativity, collaboration, and it's around discovering new people. So basically, Clam is a vehicle I do projects with, and it's a company too, for 20 years in France. And then this African guy, Xuly-Bët. This brand, I wanted to make a film because it was the only black guy who was doing stuff. I wanted to make a film about him. So after the film, he says, hey, we need somebody doing images. You have to be here, I started working with him. I became creative director. So I started doing his fashion show, styling, And then brands started hiring me, but then I created my magazine. So my magazine, I was doing photography, images, doing people, So that's what Clam is. Like image is the base. So it goes to Clam, goes to exhibitions, it goes to making a film, it goes to being creative director for brands, just, creating images for them or advising them. So it goes in different ways, But Clam, the whole idea of Clam started in Umuahia. That's why I'm always made in Umuahia, because people don't understand why. Because the logo, the design, the concept was was on Umuahia, my village. and it was for the world. So that's because of local everywhere. So it was from my village I met art. It was from Umaha, from my mother's balcony. So when I'm home, it's an inspirational space, but also is a space where I started everything. So my connection to it is very organic. It's more really, I like the land, of the place. 20 boundaries is a story about, I think it's Igbo land today based on 20 pounds, so it goes with the do more challenge, the Akudulo challenge, but it's looking at it from a whole different point of view, and so it's a story of this young man who's from Newi, Newi, they are traders, and he doesn't want to be a trader. So it's like, the rebelliousness of youth. And then he likes karate, which is all he's doing. So basically he's gone to university like most people. He has a choice, because his father is trading, he could walk, but he doesn't want to do what his father did, So he goes around the 20-pound ring, which is like, he's never been explained 20-pound rings by his parents. Their struggle, that's the thing our parents or the parents of Igbo people never did. They never explained their struggle. So all their trauma is internalized. So they create all these kind of silences that they can't even explain to themselves, to other people, to make their kids, to make their family, the environment understand them, So, so it's around all those things around. So 20 poundings wasn't about actually the 20 poundings thing, which is horrible situation when people lost a lot of stuff, but it's actually about the effects of it around the family, the situation in a society where people are ashamed of what they lost and then they are silent. And that silence affects their family. And then also what is present, like I can't tell the whole thing because people, it's not really out to mention it, but so is how the effect of that is. And then it's the effect of the intergenerational, situation. It's actually about us today. What are we doing? How does all these things affect us, affect the young people? Because we are in our 50s, but the young people coming, the unemployed kid in Enugu, how does the 20 pound affect him now? It goes to around also the idea of doing more, I think the do more is actually also, the do more challenge also breaking the silences we have, to discuss things, also, because that's what's good about Igbo land. People really talk, that, people challenge things. And Igbo are kind of like where everybody has a say, So, and I think because of our silences, we are suppressing that essential part of ourselves, which is everybody has a say. One of the do more thing I want to do, like especially going with the whole Achebe thing, was I would like to explore a unit of Igbo society from a certain time to a certain time and see how it's changed as a film. That is something I'm thinking around, maybe that will be how I close my Achebe challenge and, do more challenge. I don't know if I'll get there or it will be something else, or that will be part of something else. But that is something I do because I like going back to fame and society, which I think is important. The sense we're talking about fame, which is art and society. It's like when you observe from an artistic point of view, the society, you see how it's changing. That even them, the people who are living it, don't see it. How money has become so important, so people shut up and they lose the essence of them, their thoughts, their ideas that descend. So people are just being silent, and more. And that is so anti-Igbo, the silence, And I think we should do more too in that process of people thinking. So thinking about who we are, thinking about where we're from, thinking about doing more, thinking about, so the thought process. And I really think the process is very important. Processes are very important because may establish the process, then people can do it when we're not here, when we die, that's systems, it's like, so, and I feel like that is what I like my film to, to invoke people, to invoke thought. I think, I don't want my film to invoke happiness or sadness or anything, just thought. So I think that's actually 20 pounds is about creating a space for somebody to think. To think. 20 pounds pushes you to think about Ali Igbo, think about doing more, think about all the stuff, our silences that is destroying us.